Hello everybody and welcome to episode 7 of my feudalistic Terran Empire gameplay for Distant Worlds 2. I'm Icon and hopefully we're going to make it yet another episode. So there's been a lot of wonderful comments between this and the last episode. I thank you guys so much, and I really learned a lot out of just reading what you guys were proposing and talking about, so appreciate that. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you, which I had literally no clue about, was the fact that this game features fleet templates. So fleet templates are a composition of what kind of ships will be used for your fleet. So I had really no clue that this is a thing. So I've been really happy to see that this is a way of thinking about your ship compositions, and this also gives me an idea about what I should build or shouldn't build, and it also gives me an idea why the AI sometimes just wants to build a ruddy amount of frigates. That's because it wants to fill up the empty spots of the fleets. Lesson learned. So, pretty good stuff. I had no clue. And even though we're going to leave it as is, I think, because, I don't know. Probably there's one thing, though, I want to do. Yeah, let's do this. Let's edit or attack fleets and say we're going to increase the amount of huge or larger ship types here by double. And bring in another fuel tanker. And let's do this for all of these fleets. I don't want to increase the amount of frigates because I somehow feel like they're not really that fitting there. Let's upgrade the amount of units in the defense fleets as well. Let's see. Invasion fleets. Let's give them even more troop transporters. Just amp up the numbers a bit. New attack fleet. That's one I pre-designed a bit. Or tried to. That's where I was experimenting around with that. So this should now bring the game to increase the size of my fleets accordingly. Let's see how that will work out. Apart from that, today's episode is going to be a lot about expansionistic things and surviving a little bit longer. I'm also considering going into war with my neighbors here. You know, why not? And also, I wanted to check out what we can do to get our victory a little bit closer, because right now we're quite stinking it in comparison to our neighbors. So, human race victory conditions. Most defense treaties, dang. Control 100% of all continental colonies in the galaxy. I have no clue how I should do that. Earn the most tourist income in the galaxy. Destroy more ships and bases than you lose. That doesn't look good here. Destroyed 212 ships, lost 213. The last war was not good for my victory point account. Earn the most trade income in the galaxy. Yeah, I know that my governmental form sucks hard for these goals, but I knew this before I started this gameplay. I basically gimped myself intentionally before I started. Why did I do this? Because I found it a funny thing to go for Terrans like that. Or humans, I should rather call them, because we're not starting out on Terra, but you know what I mean. Okay, I'm rather on the weak side, and I don't know, is invading the Boscara would be actually not that bad. So let's see. Better missiles. We research, you know. For now, we're going to go for better survey modules, because I really think that's a great thing. And the Akdarian technocracy is going crazy. Is that a problem? Not really. They're just picking apart weaker dudes. So we're not going to explore stuff in the Antares system. Although that would be a nice provocation. So, build ships for 20,000 credits. Okay, let's give this game the escorts it wants. Finally, I have understood that when the game wants these ships, it's mainly because it wants to fill up fleets. So that's cool to know. Unless I'm mistaken here. Among many, many things about this game. I'm quite often mistaken. Ah, they took Faris from me. Probably I'll have to stomp them anyways. Dang. How unfortunate. I don't like that. What I also don't like is the fact that I'm really just running on 3 colonies at this point of the game. This is a shamefully low amount of colonies, and I feel like I'm totally falling behind, but, well, sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. The planets around me are outright horrible. And where's Isowudi? Whoa, that's far away. And yeah, there's not many continental worlds at all. Yeah, no. Are you kidding? No continental worlds? Ah, that's forest planets. That's why they are so bad. Basic recreation centers. Good job. Alright. My explorer is being attacked, but little do I care. Wow, my ship strength is really low. I'm not feeling too comfortable with this gameplay as it is, and I'm not sure. That's a reason why I went like, I don't know how far we'll get there, or if we'll survive yet another turn, because it's really a problematic situation for us. Migration treaty, yeah, we'll have to go for a alliance with the other humans, and well. The Bhaskara collective above me, I'm economically way stronger than them. That's a good thing, I'd say. We're building more military ships here at the same time. So my idea is a quite simple one. I think I'm going to try and invade these dudes as quick as I can. So let's see. My invasion fleet has 1,500 troops. Of course, we got... Okay, they got a troop strength of 1,600, so... Definitely not gonna get us anywhere. So this ship... Let's see... Where can I see the entire composition here? Ah, mouse overing is the trick. So this thing has 6 troop transports. We definitely should get more of these. Okay, the Agdarians have made peace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That's a lot of money, I know, but it's important after all. And let's just... So... Oh, boy. I forgot about the science facility. Damn. Okay, let's save up our money for that. Why is my fleet strength dwindling? Shouldn't be my fleet strength getting higher. Well, I don't want to take away threats from my enemies. They can deal with that all on their own. I'm fine with that. So, I guess the espionage will carry me a little bit longer, but not forever, I think. Well, for now I have no other choice than to wait a little bit for the money. Ah, thank you guys for declaring war on me. That's actually really right in time. Wonderful. So, send 9th Fleet to prepare and attack Varga Station. Let's check out our fleets. I don't want to have such a fiasco like the last time. So most of my fleets here, the bigger fleets, are all assigned to defense. I did that manually, I remember that. So I don't have too many offensive fleets, so we're not going to go for an automatic thing here. We're directly going to transform them into attack fleets, real attack fleets. Okay. Start to make sense here, what I'm saying there. But okay. I want to wait for their attack first before I go into counter-attacking them. No, we're not going to send any of these anywhere. I want to know where they are. Okay. So let's just put these onto manual control so the AI doesn't bother me time and time again with what to do with these fleets here. They are laughably weak, but at the moment I don't want to go into offense. If I would have been able, or if I would have been ready for an offense, I would have went into the war proactively. So towards forbidden adversity. Where the hell is forbidden adversity? Oh, that's one of my ships. Is there seriously one of my ships in their space territory? Yeah. Well, that's not really a big surprise there. Move to forbidden adversity. Okay. I disagree. It's just a small freighter. Sending my entire defense force to that would be absolutely stupid. For now, I'll just let them... Gurus. Yeah, they're just attacking my freighters. Oh my god! They're attacking my freighters! Nah, not really. Not really any bigger threat there. Andu Confederation. Yeah, you guys. We're besties now. We need you. I guess. So... Now... I'm gonna move my defensive fleets now all to Nultra. There we go. Thank you for your gift. I know, I'm so frickin' generous. Okay. We are sending defensive forces exactly to the spot, so that's quite perfect. Set tactics. Let's see, attack stance. Formation. Here. Engagement range. I don't know. There's so many things I don't fully understand yet. How they work, but we'll be getting there. So, let's see. Yeah, attack. The seventh strike force. That's what you get. I'll hope it works like that. Okay. I'm still wondering why my fleet is moving over to the Varga system first, but for now, I might assume that it's because they have to refuel there. Waypoint at Varga. Waypoint at Yogame. Oh, no thanks. They destroyed one of my bases. I guess that... I really have no clue why. And now they retreated. Awesome. Good job. I guess. I really don't get what happened there. Or why it happened, but that's not the first time for me in this game. So... I really don't understand why my other fleets had so many waypoints there in between, so they weren't able to get towards Nultra directly. It really doesn't make too much sense to me. Okay, so that I'm wondering because of that, because I am, you know, I want to know how to put my attacks into a good coordination, you know. So this party has no mission yet, so we're going to attack the Varga mining station. Here we go, attack Varga research facility. Let's see how that will go. So this whole run is a big experiment, and so far the experiment is going worse the more manual controls I put up, but I'm not too surprised about that, honestly. So let's put up our offensive fleets, like, let's see, into one system here. Let's say we're going to allocate them all at Durikun, where they already are at. Wonderful. So let's put up the entirety of our fleet. Let's see, this thing is 111 strong. Alright, let's raid those mining stations. This might become my Waterloo here, the entire operation that I'm planning. But honestly, I feel like I have to try to do things manually at some point, you know. I feel like the AI is just doing such a horrible job in general that I'm quite annoyed about how things are working out. And I'm rather trying to do things myself in a bad way first and get some hope to do things good one day. So... Alright, we got one thing destroyed. And I'm at 14,000 plus. Okay, I didn't expect that to be this effective, honestly. So... let's send them to the next mining station, shall we? Are they not doing anything? Okay. And let's look at the rest of the map. Let's see how this invasion part is going on. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's more fun. Alright, so... I do begin to understand what I can do there. In a larger scale. And I must say, screw all the AI controls. They are horrible. They give you an impression about what goes extremely wrong, and then, by all means, do it by yourself. But I mean, that was a valuable lesson, in my humble opinion. Very, very valuable lesson. I mean, there's also the risk that stuff goes wrong here due to that, but I'll gladly take that risk. Okay, so we're going to send... Or... it's a one-way trip, isn't it? Dang. So let's send our invasion fleet back to refuel. Well, the strike forces are... Oh, wait a sec. Are you guys... No, there. Wow! What a range! It's quite the difference, isn't it? Holy moly. Okay, so we took down a lot of their stuff there. Great. So... Can it be that the AI just sucks? Yeah. They actually didn't manage to attack because they tried to fly straight through this. Yep. They stopped moving because the planet isn't... Wait, gosh. Who did it train those pilots? Are these captains, or what are they? Gosh, that's a little bit embarrassing, honestly. But we get there. Alright. I really feel like there's a big chunk of progress here in today's episode. I wonder if I can queue up positions, like holding down shift and giving several commands. Haven't seen that yet, but... Why are they so unable to attack this place until... So are we now finally attacking it? Yeah, we are. Great. Oh no! I didn't... Okay, here. It's just, there's some opposition here. So... Let's send our second defensive fleet over to that situation. Reinforcements. It doesn't feel like my ships are really participating in that fight, though, I gotta say. Yeah, well, there's something extremely wrong with the movements there of my fleet. There's been something going extremely bad. That didn't really make sense, honestly. But, well, okay. I mean, I've heard that this game suffers from a lot of bugs. Okay, we had a tsunami on one of those planets. Okay, and I'd say... Did I lose an entire fleet? How to see if you lost a fleet? Questions and no answers. Can I select several at once? No, I can't. Let's go. But they captured one ship of mine? No, it seems like there was no negative outcome for us. So it seems just like there was a terrible bug happening when I ordered them to attack there, for whatever reason that is. So let's see. They destroyed one of my ships. Let's see how this will go when all the other fleets are arriving. So we're outnumbering them heavily now. Let's just hope it will stay like that. So my two other fleets... So one strike force is somewhere out there. And here we see a massive dwindling of troops, yeah. Okay, my fleet power is higher than their fleet power, so let's just hope it's going to be a success at the end of the day. My mining stations are under attack. By a pretty big fleet there, actually. Let's go and counter that with my invasion fleets. They aren't exactly meant to be defensive fleets, but little do I care. I mean, I see pretty high chance of just restarting this run at some point because, you know, reasons. But I'm not so sure about that yet. Okay. Yeah, give money to the Hakonish group. Why should I again? So. Okay. Destroy these dudes. Alright, but it looks like we're winning here, but we start losing at Nultra for that part. Okay. Let's attack that here. Okay. So this would be a lot more fun if my empire wouldn't be that horrible, honestly. I feel like I had a very, very rough start there, and I also didn't abuse the espionage skills good enough, which, you know, it's quite a shame, but whatever. I mean, I literally had no clue what I was doing there, so I think it's just fine. So... they're trying to flee now. Of course they do. Alright, but this is a lot more fun doing war like that, I gotta say. It's a lot more fun to do war like that. So... let's see, how's the fuel situation of my fleets there? Yeah, it's quite foreseeable that we have warfare there. 7th Fleet, no mission. And you guys go back and refuel. No thanks. What's here? Exploration and military refueling. Yes, please. You guys can be my besties. I'm fine with that. So... I think it's still a wise choice to give a handful of ships that you got the command to stay on automatic, simply because you can pretty easily see what kind of danger is somewhere. For example, that I had no clue that there was stuff there in the Yogame system. So they want to end the war one more time. I mean, do I lose anything if I do this? I don't think so. Do I gain anything if I do this? I don't think so either. So we're going to accept this for now, because I don't want the war attrition anymore. So let's see, we're going to go for a couple of defensive fleets. Wait a sec. We should go for the according to the templates that they roll. Okay, that's I consider that a victory. They gave up yet again. So the only issue I'm seeing is that we ain't got no funding for bigger operations there, and that's kind of frustrating for me, but whatever. I mean, when I started with this run, I had way less of a clue than I have now in terms of what I'm doing, and therefore it's fine. I'm spanking a very militaristic little civilization there quite effectively. They keep doing war against me and they lose it. So I think it's a good progress that I'm making here. Still, I feel like there's so freaking much to learn for me that I'm actually quite happy. But in the long run, I have the slight feeling that we're going to get overrun here. So, but I don't know yet. This is going to be a pretty hard thing. All in all, the victory of this game is quite uncertain, simply because I also picked a horrible government for the goals that the Human Empire got. You know, tourism is bad with my policy. Not really that interested in a lot of defense treaties. Well, continental colonies. Were there any? I'm going to go into their territory now and explore. I don't give a damn. Alrighty, my friends. So, we're at the end of this episode. It's been a nice war. I feel like I learned a lot about controlling my fleets manually, and I really think a pretty cool way to deal with things is just to keep your fleets manual in war times and automatic in peace times. So far, I've made a really good experience with that. Although I think it's still a smart thing to control them in the end as much as you can by hand, because I see that the AI does constantly so horrible decisions that I'm not really surprised that I lose ships left and right and all. But what's really bothering me the most is that my ship strength is lowering the whole time, but whatever. So, drop me your comments down below, leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and of course, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. There's daily content on my channel, plus hundreds of other videos for you to enjoy. So, have a nice day. I hope I'll see you soon again. Bye-bye.